We're here for the Geico ESPN High School Basketball Showcase, presented by the United States Marine Corps. 2 games down, 2 to go here at the St. James, and next up could be the game of the day. Number 2 IMG Academy from Bradenton, Florida, and third-ranked Sunrise Christian from Bel Air, Kansas, just outside of Wichita. Glad you're with us. Ted Emmerich along with ESPN's National Director of Recruiting, Paul Biancardi. I always love keeping my distance from you, but I'll give you that air dap. So we're halfway through our quadruple header. Just had a great double overtime game between Oak Hill and High School, and now we gear up for an elite point guard matchup.
We have a great point guard matchup this afternoon between Kennedy Chandler, the #1 point guard in the senior class, and Jaden Bradley, the #1 point guard in the junior class. Chandler, quick, fast, and explosive, an improved three-point shot. He's a downhill attacking point guard who finds his way to the rim or can find the open man. At 6'1", he finishes with creativity. The beauty of his game is his pass. On the other side, Jaden Bradley, a pass-first point guard, an elite playmaker who can score the ball when you leave him open. He's got a challenge today defensively to keep Kennedy Chandler out of the lane.
Of course, we saw Bradley and IMG last night in a 55-51 loss to top-ranked Montverde on ESPN. On January 15th, a blowout victory for IMG here at the St. James NIBC Invitational. 6 ESPN-ranked players overall for IMG and Coach Sean McAloon. It was a defensive battle last night, Paul, against Montverde. Just could not come through in the end.
Yeah, this is a bounce-back game for IMG. They put so much energy and thought and emotion into that game against Montverde. So today they have to bring that now against Sunrise Christian. In my opinion, one of the top 5 high school teams in the country.
Sunrise Christian, along with Kennedy Chandler, the #1 point guard in the country. Kendall Brown, top 25 player in the class, headed to Baylor. Zachary Clements in the middle, going to Kansas. And Grady Dick, number 21 in the junior class. IMG, the defensive play on Brown, who made the drive.
Zach Clements is a skilled big. You mentioned it, headed to Kansas. Love his game.
And you love Tamar Bates, Newman University in Wichita. And what a job he's done with Sunrise.
Well, if you're looking for the next star in high school basketball in terms of coaching, it's Luke Barnwell. He has his team fundamentally sound, well prepared. I know they watch a lot of film together. I've sat in on sessions. He coaches both sides of the ball with great knowledge.
Diabate banks at home. Remember, Musa Diabate was battling Jalen Duran last night, had a tough go of it. Good to see Diabate get one to fall early.
Yeah, when Diabate steps on the court, it has to be about the defensive end first, and then he can fall into his offense second.
Now defending Kenny Poto from Stockholm, Sweden at the other end. Poto headed to Minnesota, scores it. Sunrise on the board.
Poto just backed Diabate down, which is not easy to do. Put his head under the rim. Richard Patino has to be happy with that.
Number 9 overall, ranked just ahead of MJ Rice, who we saw moments ago.
Jarris Walker, so gifted offensively, has a tremendous instinct for the game. Still has to tighten up his defense, but he can score.
14 points and 9 rebounds last night against Montverde. Off the steal, Bates pulling up. No, Eric Daly, an emphatic yes. The unbeatable team.
The unbeatable team.
So 12-2 lead for IMG. And here's Jaden Akins, a senior who's headed to Michigan State, just joined Sunrise Christian 3 weeks ago. And Akins connects.
Akins has swag, that's all I can tell you. Not afraid to score it and really can find the open man.
Diabate, the Euro step. I don't think we would have seen that from him last year.
No, he's from France. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But Diabate best in open space.
Chandler against Bradley, #1 point guard against #1 point guard, senior versus junior. Beautiful feed to Kendall Brown for 2.
Absolutely. Musa Diabate, great athlete with size and length. Big time shot. Kendall Brown under control.
And you know, guys, conversely, talking to Luke Barnwell with Sunrise Christian, he was worried about IMG size, not just Diabate, but Daly and Wallace, and the deep amount of talented and athletic big bodies that IMG can run at you. He said defending and being one and done on that end was crucial.
Oh, Kendall Brown crushes the rim, plus a foul. Kendall Brown isn't messing around.
The beauty of Kendall Brown is his defensive anticipation and his quick twitch fibers to just crush the rim. You know, a lot of guys would make that steal and maybe give it up and try to get it back. Some guys will take it down the court, but Kendall Brown knew exactly where he wanted to go. Here he goes
Stepped
again.
in front again, and Brown with the finger roll. He's in double figures, and he has led a 9-0 run, and he's still fitting in, right? His first year with IMG, surrounded by this kind of talent.
Yeah, this is a bright young man. He understands he's the playmaker of this team. See, tries to get guys the ball like Musa in the mid-post.
Diabate off the pivot. Nice post move.
Angles. He's got the athleticism to finish over just about anybody.
And I think he's got versatile offensive potential, because I think he can make a spot up three, he can be a vertical spacer and catch the lobs in addition to the developing post game that you mentioned.
Off the second chance.
I mean, there's so much to learn in this game, and you go from high school to college. Juwan Howard can teach it with the best.
Akins missed the layup. Here comes Jaden Bradley, knocked out of his hands by Chandler. Diabate, oh, in and out, but fouled again. Games today, got the St. James NIBC Invitational, Montverde, Wasatch Academy, still to come. Nice cut, Kendall Brown, the jam. Poto found him.
Poto just caught it, faced up. That's what you do when you catch the ball at the high post. First place you look is at the basket.
Diabate slithering through the lane. Ranked players all over the court. 11 in all between the two teams. Tamar Bates headed to Texas. Tricky jumper, and he nails it. Bates, as they call him. His mom loved Fat Man Scoop, the rapper and personality. Chandler drills it from the outside.
Now that was deep, and Musa Diabate was close to Kennedy Chandler.
Now Chandler with the steal. Chandler, high wire act. Sunrise Christian on top. They've got their first lead.
Chandler does a great job of reading the eyes of the passer to pick off that pass.
And IMG led by as many as 12. Bates going reverse side. He flips it in with a foul.
And Memphis and Tennessee see each other on the court, so I'm sure Penny Hardaway will have a defensive package ready for him.
Another steal, this one from Kendall Brown, his fourth of the day. It curls home. We're tied at 34.
And he just goes straight to the rim. He doesn't waste time. A lot of kids want to make fancy moves or take a rounded route. He goes straight to the rim.
Howard, the floater. Jet Howard with the bucket. Yeah, Sean McAloon loves Jet Howard in his first year at IMG. Says he's one of the best shooters he's ever coached. Bradley, speaking of shooters.
Score a lot of points. As you mentioned, he did that at the Cannon School. Won a state championship as a sophomore.
Yeah, was the Gatorade Player of the Year in North Carolina last year. Poto, pure, a three ball from the Swede who's headed to Minnesota.
Poto plays within himself on the offensive end. Defensively, he's got to become more aware. He just lost Musa Diabate. But offensively, he looks very advanced.
Howard setting up Daly. And the lefty connects from long distance. Once again, Jet Howard on the pass.
And that's the thing, we call Jet Howard a shooter. Yes, he can shoot. One of the best shooters in the high school game, but since he has such a high IQ, he understands how to create shots for other people. He's got good vision.
Into the corner, Brown against Diabate. Akins catch and shoot. That's good. A
Team when need be.
And Akins just joined the team 3 weeks ago. Transferred from Ipsy Prep with Amani Bates. Kennedy Chandler from long range. Sunrise Christian back in front.
When you put time into your game, it pays off. And Kennedy Chandler's put a lot of time into that jump shot.
Diabate in the lane, the hook, no. Chandler comes down with it. Inside 40 seconds, Chandler, lightning quick. Has only 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting today. Off the steal, Kendall Brown headed to Baylor and heading to the rim.
Kendall Brown has at least 5 steals in this game. And I think all 5.
Are you keeping stats? That is 5.
Is that right?
Yes.
I mean, and all 5 have led to dunks. Or 4 out of 5. My goodness.
You're trying to put our stats guy out of work.
I need a second
Keeping
job.
it yourself. Daly inside. He forces it in with a foul. That one and done recruiting style working against a school.
Well, some guys don't want to be rushed out.
Yeah.
Not everybody can finish in 1 year, though. Kennedy Chandler has improved his stock because he's improved his jump shot.
Diabate, the slam, and the foul. It's a tough thing, right? You give it up. Hey, if everyone has that mindset, the ball will find you again.
It should.
Chandler knifing in for 2.
This guy just moves the needle. It all started with the Peach Jam Championship a couple of years ago.
Playing for Mocan Elites.
Yeah, he led them to the championship.
Bates from the outside, bullseye for Tamar Bates. We are tied at 53.
Bates goes to a different level as that jump shot becomes efficient.
Poto, air ball. Clements recovers it. And that drops in. And 1 for the future Kansas Jayhawk, Zachary Clements.
Jake that can score from the outside. They also have another young man coming in, top 100 player, KJ Adams from the state of Texas.
Daly's in too deep. Walker on the take over Clements. Tough shot, and Walker still hits.
Boy, Walker makes offense look easy. Just so gifted, under control. Has the instinct to know when he's open, where he wants to go on the court. Just got to get more consistent.
It's just his 2nd bucket today. Walker now with 4. Chandler. Do you see the TJ Ford, DJ Augustine comparisons that he's getting since he's going to play for Rick Barnes?
I do, but leadership has to be more vocal. TJ Ford was a great leader.
Walker goes under the screen and pays for it. Chandler drains the triple. Timeout.
Defensive threat ability from the outside has just taken him to another level. You know, he's moved up in our rankings. He's been the #1 point guard. J.D. Davidson, the #2 point guard from Alabama. He is explosive. But Kennedy Chandler continues to play like this. He's got a shot to crack inside the top 10.
Walker near the end of the shot clock. Diabate, the stick back.
Did you see?
Yep.
I tell you what, though, he's a high-level competitor, Jaden Akins. See why Tom Izzo wanted him on his team.
He puts Sunrise up by 6. Daly trying to find Diabate. Deflected, stolen. Brown again at the defensive end.
But Akins got the deflection off the pick and roll. And the best.
Okay.
And Kennedy Chandler, the best point guard in the high school game.
Bates cans a 3. Timeout IMG, 14.4 left.
This is a big-time win for Sunrise Christian. IMG is as good as their #2 ranking.
Bates with the layup. And that will be the punctuation. Sunrise Christian wins the matchup of 2 versus 3, 69-62, led by Kendall Brown. His 17 points and 6 steals. Kennedy Chandler with 20 of his 26 coming in the second half. Montford and Wasatch still to come here on ESPNU. For Paul B. and Cardi, your entire crew, Ted Emmerich saying so long for now from Springfield, Virginia.